Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn something interesting. The chapter 1, which the title of the chapter 1 is The Wonderful World of Science. Basically, what do you mean by wonderful? In simpler word, we can say amazing or something interesting or a world full of mystery. So, the title described that the whole world, the world in which we are living, is full of scientific phenomena. Everything which is happening in this world is a part of a science. You guys were thinking, how? Let's see the surrounding of yours and observe one thing from your surrounding. Definitely it will have some scientific thing or have some science in that. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Move on to next slide. This slide is all about the science is everywhere. From the first slide I have speaking on this, everything belongs to science. Everything. I've pasted a picture here. You can see a small baby growing to an adult, and we are seeing a small baby or children of our uh, children of our schools and our friends, our parents, our grandparents. There may be some differences you have might notice. So you have to write at least 5 differences you have observed. Okay, this is your current activity. Okay, so science is all around us, from a teeny sand of uh, teeny grains of sands to huge mountain. All have some science. From a single leaf, from a single leaf to the entire forest, everywhere science is present. For example, at night we when we see the sky, stars are shining, right? So this is also a part of science and some mechanism is going on now. Then blooming of flower. We seen a rose plant in our at our home, uh, a small bird, then growing, and at different stages, and then finally we got a beautiful red rose. So you have to think now, why the bird changes to a rose? Must be something going on there. So this shows that science is everywhere. Okay, so science, what are the role of science? So basically science help us answer questions and solve mysteries, and I have already said the world is full of mysteries. Okay, it help us to understand the world better. It is not that we are not understanding the world. Obviously, we have understand at a very above upper level, but still, still there are many things we have to explore, and I'm hoping that as a student of science, you have to be a scientist. At least you have to invent something in your life. That will be the very fruitful outcome of being a science student. Move on to the next slide. I have pasted some picture to give you example that science is everywhere. Here we can see the stars are shining in the sky. Here the from a bird, then a fully grown flower. It also involves different steps, and obviously science. Okay, what do you think this image is representing? Any guesses? Okay, let me explain. I think this round structure depicts our earth, and we know that every part is having different diversity. The world, our earth, is full of diversity on the basis of region, geographical areas, temperature, weather, vegetation, animals, and their behavior. So you can see here penguins are there where the cold region, desert area in Rajasthan, where the vegetation of desert is cactus, the animal is camel, then the green vegetation area, then the hilly areas, grasslands. Uh, I think this is a conical forest at the top of the. In India, we can say North Indian. Uh, sorry, north part of the India consists this type of vegetations, and this may be the tropical rainforest where a variety of animal and plants are found. So by using this picture, I want to depict or convey that we have to study about our Mother Earth. So, exploring our home planet Earth. So, Earth is the only planet we know that life has possible. You already know that. It has full biodiversity with plant and animal. You guys were confused or thinking what is the biggest from biodiversity. This is nothing. This is what I have just shown the picture of different area of on the earth. This is the biodiversity. Means diversity in the diversity on the basis of plants, animals, and their vegetations and their climate. This is biodiversity, nothing else. Obviously, Earth has full biodiversity. You have I have already shown you. The next term is ecosystem. So ecosystem is a broad term, but in simpler way we can say different environments. Like what is environment? Everything which surrounds us is known as environment. So environment like forest, where a lot of trees and vegetations are present. Ocean where a lot of water is salty water is present. Desert where sand is present, and wetlands. And each of the ecosystem has its own plants, animals, and its conditions means climatic condition, weather conditions, geographical condition, etc. So, for example, in a forest, trees provide homes for animals. It provide it not only provide home for animals, but it also provide food, shelter, protection from the biggest animal. Uh, for example, a bird make a nest on the top of the tree. So the tree provide protection from the animals who are living on the lower side of the tree. So in this way, the tree also provide protection, and obviously shelter and food also. After that, plant make oxygen. We know that, and that's why we are motivating you or uh, telling you to plant at least one tree at your birthday. Okay, so here are some pictures I have pasted to show the biodiversity on the basis of different peoples around the world, on the basis of animals and vegetations and geographical regions. I have posted a picture of international biodiversity. So you guys know very well we have destroyed our earth. So we have to conserve, and to conserve this, we celebrate Biodiversity Day on 22nd May. You can, you should note this, and this is extra information for you. Okay, here are some pictures. Can you guys guess what are these? Obviously, yummy yummy foods. So this food belong to the North India, this food belong to the South Indian, and the very famous dhokla of Gujarat. So I have a question. What are these dishes made of, and how do we find out? So in this picture we can say chapati made of wheat, rice, dal made of pulses, and different vegetables, uh, cucumber, onion and tomato, and pickle of mango. So in this picture, dosa, I think it is made of rice flour, idli, utpam. So basically, we can find out different variety of foods in our world, and obviously they are made up of different things. So how do we find out? After tasting it, and some of things we are not aware of, so we have to taste and we have to ask to our parents, or we have to google it out. So students, basically I want to uh, tell you guys about the importance of food, and the variety of food which we are getting is only possible due to our mother earth. In this slide we have to know the importance of food and water. What is a food? Why do we need to eat food? We can live by drinking water, but we have a system inside our body which continuously doing some work to provide us energy, and we need energy to do our work, for sleeping, for drinking, for working, for reading, for doing any work. We need energy, and this energy we will get from food only. That's why we need. So in India, we have many different kind of foods from different regions, and I have already shown three pictures. Okay, example, when you eat a meal, think about where each ingredient comes from. This is your homework for you all. Okay, and the second important part of our life is water. Without water, life is not possible. That's why life is only possible on the earth, not on any planet, because there is not availability of water. So we need it to survive. Obviously we need it. After doing any work we got thirsty, and immediately we need water. Otherwise we got tired or lazy or not feeling well. So you know how much water is required for us. Okay, then we have to discuss properties of water. Properties mean the characteristics of water. Like you guys have some property, like you are beautiful, you are intelligent, you have uh, mm, you can say smarter, you are creative. These are the properties of you guys, na? So that similarly, water have some properties. So water can be solid in the form of ice, as we can see in our fridge. It can be liquid. We are drinking liquid part of liquid state of matter, that is water. And the third, gas. Um, when we are boiling water, there are some vapor rising above from the bowl. in which we are boiling. So that vapors converted states from liquid to gas, and these gases maybe water, steam or water vapor. So this is a part of water now. So this is a property of water. Then it can be exist in solid, liquid or gas. So water and its properties continue. Water is essential for life and we need it to survive, obviously. Okay, we have discussed this. Okay, the third point is freezing and boiling point of water. So, guys, this is very useful information that water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius to become ice and boils at 100 degrees Celsius to become steam. So, in freezes, when water changes from liquid to solid form, that ice cube, then now you have information and you can tell your parents that mom or dad, this is 0 degrees Celsius, this is due to 0 degrees Celsius. So you guys have some interest, or now you are curious to know other things. Okay, when your mom boil water in the kitchen, then you should go and tell her that mom, the temperature of the water is 100 degrees Celsius. Then only water vapors comes out. Okay. Okay. So temperature, there is a term temperature. You guys know na, when we got fever, we are saying, our parents are saying you got high temperature. Means a temperature is a measurement we use to measure that how much anything is cold or hot. Okay, basic. Now the very complex term is there in your science book, that is scientific method. There are different laws, different phenomena which are going in our world, but someone has explored these na, and may and must, he or she must follow a path to uh, we can say to invent anything. So we can also be a scientist from our childhood. I will tell you guys how. So there are some steps. Okay, so first step is observation. What is observation? We see anything and notice something, like I have seen um, okay, so here we are, the first one is observation. So example, we see a plant growing towards the light, so this will be our observation. Now the we will ask to ourselves or our teachers or our parents, why does the plant grow towards the light? This will be our questioning part. Then if anyone answer your question correctly, then okay, then we have to assume something, that the plant grow toward the light to get more sunlight for photosynthesis. This will be our assumption. Okay, to prove this we have to do some experiment that clear that our assumption is right or wrong. So this will come under experiment part. To test your hypothesis by doing an experiment or making more observations. So we have to perform an experiment in which we will place different plant, same plant in different lighting condition and observing their growth. Like we take small pots in which we have to we have to plant a variety. Then we will keep one under the sunlight, one under the dark condition, and we will notice or observe what is difference in their growth. Okay, so the fifth step is analysis. After doing experiment we have to analyze the things, So look, we have to look at our results of our experiment to see that they are supporting our assumptions, they are supporting our hypothesis or not. So now we have to compare the growth of plant in dark row or in the light row. After analyzing, we get some result, and this result or this finding will come under the conclusion steps. So in conclusion, we decide whether our hypothesis or our assumption was correct on the basis of our experiment. So if a plant in light room grow towards the light, our hypothesis is supported, means we have assumed right. If not, we have to revise our assumption and we have to change our thinking. And in this we got a scientific method to analyze, sorry, to observe, question, experiment, analyze, and get a conclusion. So, what is the importance of scientific method? So, this is very informative and we can say very useful to give correct answers or fruitful outcome, and we can understand the world better by using scientific method. So here is one another example. So let assume we are writing with a pen and the pen stops working, or we we are unable to write with that pen. Then this is and the observation will be that we observe our pen has stopped working. Okay, then we will question why did it stop. Okay, so in hypothesis part we will assume that maybe ink is right or maybe ink is empty. Okay, so to clear our assumptions we have to do experiments. So here in this experiment part we will open the pen and check the ink part. If it is empty, then our assumptions are right and we got a result that ink got empty, then our pen stops working. But the ink is there, but still it is not working. Then we will revise our hypothesis and changes to that. Maybe ink will, maybe ink is right, or maybe due to humidity or due to friction it's not working on your surface. So in this way we have to generate our curiosity to know the things which are going in our surrounding, and we have to follow a proper scientific method. So we have to first observe, then question, then make hypothesis. To make our hypothesis correct we have to do experiment, then analyze our result, and at last we got a conclusion. So that's all from my side, and I hope we learned something today. Thank you.